Jackson Merrill got down 0-2, but drives in the go-ahead run for San Diego.
And a little Merrill madness here in Milwaukee as the Padres lead it 6-3.
The National League rookie who's been stealing all the headlines this season has been Pittsburgh Pirates starting pitcher Paul Skeens. Because of Skeens' blazing fastball, insane string of stat lines, and social media celebrity girlfriend, many baseball fans believe he's set to be the consensus winner for the 2024 NL Rookie of the Year award. But real baseball fans who follow advanced player performance analysis know that a rookie outfielder on the San Diego Padres is not only giving Skeens a run for his money for that prestigious award, but is even being deemed a favorite to win Rookie of the Year as a result of his superior season. We're talking, of course, about Jackson Merrill. This 21-year-old has been taking the MLB by storm all season long and even earned himself a roster spot at the 2024 All-Star Game. His meteoric rise has caught the attention of both fantasy baseball enthusiasts and even MLB sports bettors. But because Merrill was a relatively unknown name before this season, some fans are wondering whether he's truly as good as his impressive stats and resulting hype would make it seem. This is why we're here to give you all the information on Jackson Merrill you need to decide how good he actually is, and whether his 2024 success is here to stay. Before we dive into Merrill's professional baseball career, let's discuss his upbringing to see how he reached this point. Understanding a player's background and development can often provide key insights into their potential future performance. Merrill was born on April 29, 2003 in Baltimore, Maryland, but he was raised in Savannah Park, Maryland, which is a suburban town about 30 minutes outside of Baltimore. Merrill's parents are his mom, Jenny, and his dad, Joshua. Both of them are school teachers and have been extremely supportive of their son throughout his baseball journey. And they know how serious Jackson was about playing this sport when he wrote that his dream was to play baseball in the major leagues when he was just in 5th grade. Merrill's dad also coached Jackson in baseball from his days playing t-ball all the way until he turned 16. Jackson also has an older brother named Josh, who is 12 years older than Jackson and helped instill competitiveness and a desire to win within him. Merrill, who despite being born and raised in Baltimore was a fan of the Boston Red Sox growing up, attended Savannah Park High School, where he played both baseball and varsity soccer. His elite athleticism and natural talent, especially as a left-handed hitter standing 6 foot 3 inches tall, made it clear he was more physically cut out to continue pursuing his dream of playing professional baseball. Jackson made waves during his 2021 high school season after he hit .500 with 39 RBIs and 13 home runs, which tied a school record for a single year. This success enabled Merrill to lead his high school team to a 17-1 record and a runner-up finish in the state championship, all while playing on a sprained ankle that he refused to miss any playing time from. As a result, Merrill won the 2021 Capital Gazette Player of the Year award in Maryland, marking him as a top prospect in college baseball recruiting rankings. Merrill was clearly a Division I caliber baseball player, and he initially committed to play college baseball for the Army Black Knights during his junior year. Unfortunately, this junior season was canceled due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Merrill used this time away from the field in the weight room and ended up putting on nearly 30 pounds of muscle that enabled him to hit with much more power, showcasing his potential as a power hitter. Because he hadn't signed his NLI or National Letter of Intent with Army quite yet, he decided to switch his commitment to the University of Kentucky instead. Hey, before we continue, if you're enjoying this video, then please be sure to leave a like and also hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about some of baseball's most fascinating players and top prospects. Merrill switching his commitment from the Army to Kentucky ended up not mattering because he was drafted out of high school by the San Diego Padres with the 27th overall pick in the first round of the 2021 MLB Draft. His draft position and signing bonus highlight the Padres' belief in his potential as a future star in Major League Baseball. While Merrill did consider turning down this opportunity and heading to Kentucky instead, the $1.8 million signing bonus the Padres offered him was enough to convince him to realize his dream of going pro. His decision to go straight to the professional ranks has paid off handsomely, as he quickly became one of the top prospects in the Padres farm system. After signing with San Diego, it didn't take long for Merrill to skyrocket through the minor leagues, reflecting his status as a high-upside talent in baseball development pipelines. Merrill started his professional career by being assigned to the rookie-level Arizona Complex League Padres. Over 31 games and 107 at-bats taken during that 2021 season, Merrill slashed .280, .339, and .383 with 7 doubles, 10 RBIs, 10 walks, and 27 strikeouts. These numbers provided early evidence of his plate discipline and potential for growth as a hitter. After spending the offseason sharpening his skill set and adding some more power to his frame, Merrill began the 2022 season with the Lake Elsinore Storm of the Single-A California League. This is where Merrill cemented himself as a top prospect for the Padres. In 45 games with Lake Elsinore, he hit .325, .387, .482 with 5 home runs, 34 RBI, and 8 stolen bases. If you play fantasy baseball, his performance has made him a favorite pick among fantasy baseball managers looking for emerging talent. Now considered one of the best young players in the Padres organization, Merrill split the 2023 season between San Diego's High A Fort Wayne Tin Caps affiliate and their Double-A San Antonio Missions team. Over 114 total games played, Merrill slashed an impressive .277, .326, and .444 with 15 home runs, 64 RBI, and 15 stolen bases, showcasing his ability to hit for both average and power, a key characteristic of a five-tool player. After thriving during the 2024 spring training with San Diego, the Padres decided to have Merrill start the season on their big league squad. Merrill made his major league debut the following day against the LA Dodgers in Seoul, South Korea. His first MLB hit came one day later on March 21st, and his first home run was smacked against the Cardinals on April 1st. His rapid progression to the majors was closely watched by those tracking MLB Rookie of the Year candidates. This blast kickstarted what has been an extraordinary rookie campaign for him. Through August 25th, Merrill boasts a .288 batting average with an .807 OPS, 19 home runs, 72 RBIs, and 13 stolen bases. He's blossomed into an integral part of San Diego's lineup and is now considered a core component of the franchise's future plans, making him a top discussion point among baseball analysts and sports betting experts. MLB.com's 2023 prospect report for Merrill conveys a blueprint for what has made him so successful in his young career. His balanced approach at the plate and ability to hit to all fields has been crucial in his development as a hitter. Merrill showed a promising mix of discipline and an all-fields approach in the early stages of his career and took those to the next level everywhere he played in 2022. To prove the point, his pull, 38.5%, and opposite field at 39.1% rates were nearly equal at Lake Elsinore. He should still add muscle as he matures and could grow into above-average power at his major league peak, especially if he starts to elevate batted balls more. The next step will be keeping Merrill on the field for a full campaign after last year's injury concerns. And if he does that, the Padres could be even more ecstatic that he was the big-name prospect that kept around following the Juan Soto blockbuster trade. Merrill has remained healthy, and San Diego is surely ecstatic with his progress, viewing him as a potential future MVP candidate. Are you a Jackson Merrill fan? If so, be sure to leave a comment on this video to tell us what your favorite play of his rookie season has been thus far, and subscribe so you don't miss any MLB updates and player profile reports. But a scouting report can only do so much to tell us just how good Jackson Merrill actually is. This is why we'll also be taking a closer look at some of his best assets and statistics this season to get a better idea of what the hype is all about, and whether he truly deserves NL Rookie of the Year instead of Paul Skeens. People in the sports community love talking about a player's clutch gene. What they mean by saying this is that some people have the ability to perform better under pressure than the vast majority of their peers. For a hitter in baseball, this typically means that a player can come through for their team and deliver a big hit in the 9th inning or in extras. And in that case, Jackson Merrill has proven himself to have an extraordinary clutch gene, a crucial trait for any player looking to be considered for MLB awards. In 14 plate appearances, trailing by a run in the 9th inning, Merrill is hitting .583 with a walk and 5 home runs. As of August 27th, Merrill has 6 produced game-tying or go-ahead home runs in the 8th inning or later this season, 5 of which came in the 9th inning or later. Nobody else in the MLB has more than 3 of those this season, aside from Merrill, and the most recent of these home runs might have been the most impressive of all. Merrill stepped up to the plate in the 9th inning of a 2-2 game against the New York Mets on August 25th. Pitching for the Mets was closer Edwin Diaz, who's been one of baseball's most elite relievers in the past decade. However, that didn't stop Merrill from depositing a 2-0 slider into Petco Park's right field bleachers for a walk-off solo home run to win the game for his squad. His performance under pressure has made him a key figure in sports betting markets focused on rookie performance. After the game, Merrill told reporters, "I know I'm going to get something to hit. I don't think he wants to walk anybody. I was just kind of looking for something in the middle. He gave me a little bit with a slider right down the middle. It just happened again, he added. It's insane to think that, despite being just 21 years old, Merrill is already among MLB's most clutch hitters, a fact that's drawing significant interest from fantasy sports communities and MLB player evaluators. To dig deeper, in the 9th inning alone, he's 11 for 32 with a 1.202 OPS with 5 home runs and 2 walk-off home runs as of August 27th. And his prowess at the plate isn't the only aspect that impresses about Merrill's game. His defensive metrics have also been outstanding. While Merrill has only played center field for the Padres, he spent much of his life playing shortstop. And this experience playing what's arguably baseball's toughest position in the field, aside from pitcher and catcher, set Merrill up for success once he took his talents to the outfield. Baseball Savant, which includes up-to-date advanced metrics for every MLB player along with their percentile rankings of how they stack up in numerous statistics with their colleagues in hitting, pitching, base running, and fielding, shows that Merrill has been one of baseball's best center fielders this season. His fielding run value is in the 87th percentile compared to other center fielders, and StatCast has measured that he's saved a total of 6 runs for the Padres this season due to his defense. He's also produced 7 more outs above average this year, which puts him in the 93rd percentile among fellow center fielders. How's that for acclimating to a relatively new position quickly? His defensive metrics make him a hot topic in advanced baseball discussions. Another common phrase that gets thrown around among baseball fans and scouts these days is a 5-tool player. This phrase is used for a player who excels at the 5 main physical tools in baseball: hitting for average in power, speed, throwing, and fielding. True 5-tool players are rare, even at baseball's highest level, but there's no question that Merrill is exactly that. We've already discussed 4 of Merrill's elite tools, but what about the 5th we haven't yet gotten into? We're talking about base running, which, crazily enough, is the tool that Merrill might be the most elite at. Merrill currently has 14 stolen bases in the 2024 season. While this is a solid statistic, it doesn't rank very highly among the rest of the MLB. But what people often forget about base running is that there's much more that goes into it than just stealing bases. When on base, players must make multiple split-second decisions that, if chosen wrong or with hesitation, are often the difference between being safe and getting called out on a game-changing play. His ability to make these decisions highlights his potential value in game strategy discussions and baseball betting lines. Baseball Savant notes Merrill as being in the 98th percentile in terms of overall base running run value. This proves that he's one of the very best base runners in all of baseball, which is made even more impressive because he's just a rookie. And success on the base paths often comes down to decision-making, which is often a byproduct of experience. Now that we provided you with Jackson Merrill's baseball background, his impressive ascent to Major League Baseball, the diagnosis of his clutch gene, and all the other metrics he excels at compared to his peers, we'll leave you to decide for yourself how good this guy actually is. Although, if you were to ask us, we'd say that Paul Skeens better pitch to near perfection down the stretch this season if he wants to secure that NL Rookie of the Year award. We appreciate your support, and from all of us at the YAK Fam, thanks for making us part of your day.